What's going on, you guys? Catch Up 2011 back. And since training camp ain't until July 22nd, there's really not going to be much to talk about, so I figured I'm going to talk about Tony Romo. If you paint a picture of Tony Romo's career, this is what it'll look like today. 208 touchdowns, 101 interceptions, 29,565 yards, 64.4 completion percentage, 18 career comeback fourth quarter wins, 95.8 passer rating, which is the 5th best in NFL history, 4 playoff appearances, and 1 win. You would say not a bad quarterback, right? Well, some people might say where's the Super Bowl ring, and that might be the case. But let me explain to you that Tony Romo will get his Super Bowl ring wearing a Dallas Cowboy football jersey. There's no question about his willingness and toughness as a player. Remember the 49ers game when he broke his collarbone, punctured his lung, and still managed to come back for us? Or when he broke his collarbone against the Giants and he still tried to come back and play? It's that willingness and toughness that makes Tony Romo great. Besides shattering all the Dallas Cowboy football records, let's go back last year. The 8-8 season. How many games can you blame on Tony Romo? The Week 5 game against Denver when Tony Romo threw 5 touchdowns and over 500 yards, helped score 48 points, but it still wasn't enough to win the ball game. If you score 48 points, you're going to win. But the defense couldn't stop Peyton Manning, and they happened to just score 51 points. And people are blaming that last second, or that it was like within 2 minutes, and Tony Romo slipped on Tyron Smith's shoe and threw that pick. It was a good pick on the defensive side of the ball. But when you score 48 points in a freaking football game, you're supposed to win that. You're supposed to win that game, but the defense couldn't stop anybody. Let's talk about the Vikings game. Whenever Tony Romo threw that drag route to Dwayne Harris and won that ball game. You know, a lot of people ain't going to talk about the good Romo. They always want to talk about the bad Romo. And then that when they talk about Tony Romo, it just reflects on Jerry Jones, and people start talking about Jerry Jones. It's like a whole circle. Talk about Romo, talk about Jones, talk about Romo, talk about Jones, talk about the defense. And then the cycle continues to go back around. And people always want to talk about, well, Tony Romo choked during this time. Let me tell you, Tony Romo was the only reason why this team went 8-8 all 3 seasons. If Romo had a defense that was maybe ranked 16th, they would have been in the playoffs easy. Dallas has been rebuilding their offensive line, drafting 3 straight in the first rounds. Maybe now they can focus on the defense right in next year's draft. Romo has to run a faster offense now that Scott Linehan is calling the plays, and people are asking, you know, Romo's 34, 2 back surgeries. Can Romo handle it? And my answer is, hell yes, he can. If you like that video, hit that like and that subscribe button.